Alright, so in this video we're going to recap how I've been able to make millions of dollars in my 20s, what are some of the lessons that I learned, the thing that really took me years to be able to finally have success, and me gifting it to you so that way you can save yourself a lot of time ultimately. I don't know how much sunlight we have, so we'll make the most of it. So, anyways, if you don't know who I am, my name is Devin Knupp. I've made $5 million in my 20s. I've made a lot of money off Face's YouTube channels and then different businesses online as well. And here I am making this channel where I help kind of just give you guys the mindset that I have, that I developed to become the person that I am today, so you can replicate it and, get low-key rich, go travel the world, go to beautiful places, jet ski with the boys, whatever it is that you want to do ultimately. So the first principle I want to teach you guys is what you do not gain in financial gain, you gain in knowledge. You see, everything that I would do, and maybe it's all the guru marketing that was out there at the time, was always talking about how, you're going to make money off of doing this thing. And so I was always in pursuit of doing things based off of financial gain. So I would do the work, I'd go anything that I would do, I'd ask myself, what's the direct ROI? So I would learn a new skill set, I'd learn how to upload a YouTube video, I would learn how to do some sort of marketing tactic. I would do it and I wouldn't directly make money. And I thought I was a failure. But in reality, that's one of the biggest things that holds most people back. They think they're a failure because they didn't actually make money. But what you don't gain in finances and what you don't gain in money, you gain in knowledge, you gain in insight. And so once I started to realize this, it all started to click. I realized I went from thinking, oh, what's the direct ROI gain from this? And instead, who's the person that I'm becoming? Who is the person that I'm becoming by learning this skill set, by making progress on this thing, or by uploading the video and having that extra notch on my belt of experience. And once that mindset shifted, everything else changed. So what I'm going to talk about inside of this video is the manifestation of that first pivot and that first change and all the success that came from after it. So the next thing that really screwed me up was realizing that I was putting money on a pedestal. I was putting finances on a pedestal. Everything that I had to do had to lead to some sort of financial outcome, and everything that wasn't getting a financial outcome ultimately just reminded myself how I wasn't there, how I wasn't who I wanted to be. And so instead of using this as a ability to grow and as a potential that is to tap into, I viewed it as I was a failure, and also I'm not good enough. And I'm not good enough is one of the biggest hindering beliefs that holds people back from getting rich, from making money, and from ultimately living their dream life of being low-key rich, doing the things that they want. And it took me to pivot to, instead of how much money can I make from this thing, to how can I provide so much value that ultimately I'm going to get money in return. I just watched this video of this guy who's made millions of dollars, and he was talking about how you think that I'm lucky, but it's not about the luck. It's the fact that I did 300 videos. I did however many podcasts, 20 podcasts. We got hundreds of millions of views. And the natural byproduct of all of this was millions of dollars. It wasn't any coincidence. You have to realize that the dude in the Ferrari is not there because he's lucky. Maybe he had some opportunity that he was able to be lucky by, but ultimately he deserved it. The man in the Ferrari deserved it. If you believe that somebody who's rich, who has the nice things, who does the things that you want, is some nepo baby or some rich kid or somebody that didn't earn or deserve what it is that they have, you're ultimately telling yourself that you're not going to be able to ever become rich because you don't deserve it, because you can't deserve it, because it's something that's just a worldly thing that you don't have access to. And so once you realize that, let me tighten this so it doesn't keep turning. Once you realize that you yourself your current life, whether you're broke, whether you're rich, whatever life that you're living right now, is a byproduct of who you are in the life that you deserve. And so you deserve this life. This person that you are right now, you deserve it. If you hate your life, you deserve it. If you love your life, you deserve it as well. If you love the things that you own and you live and the lifestyle that you have, you deserve it. If you hate it, you deserve it as well. And so it's a realization, an epiphany, that whatever it is that you're living, whatever life that you have, you deserve it. And as soon as you pivot that from, instead of, people get lucky, you have to win the lottery, or you have to steal money from people, or you have to do something malicious or illegal to get rich, to if I do the things and if I become deserving of making money, I will naturally make money. I will own the Ferrari. I will own the nice watch. I will be able to go on the trips. I will go to the beautiful places. But most people, you see, they're all thinking to themselves, oh, That guy in the Ferrari is just a rich douchebag. He's an asshole. Rich people are assholes. As soon as you start telling yourself that rich people are assholes, what does that mean about you when you get rich? You're going to be an asshole as well, I guess. So you don't want to be rich because you view being an asshole as a bad thing. If you view being an asshole as neutral, it doesn't matter, it's just a term, cool, then that means you can be a rich asshole as well. It's just the connotation that you have with it. Does it serve you in the belief of you being able to get rich? Or does it push you away from it and repulse you from becoming wealthy and rich? You see, I gained 60,000 followers on TikTok in the last week and a half now, 2 weeks now. And it all came from this fact that I knew that I was just as good, if not better, than most of the people that were posting. And so I knew that I deserved to have lots of followers if I did the work, if I showed up, if I put in the time, if I put in the hours. I knew eventually, inevitably, I would get the result. So what did I do? I posted 130 times in the span of 30 days. Nothing really happened for the first 2 weeks. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of my videos did well. So what did I do? I didn't post less. I posted more. I got more videos up. I had more content go up. And inevitably, more people watched my stuff. It's not because I got lucky. I guess you could say like that opportunity was bestowed upon me. But the real result came from the hard work. It came from showing up consistently. It came from the dedication to the craft. It came from, hey, I'm going to do something and I'm going to show up every single day and do that thing. And so the second principle is realizing that whatever life that you want, you can deserve it. Doesn't mean you deserve it right now, but everybody else that's living that life that you want, they deserved it in some fashion, and you can too, because that means that you yourself are able to make it happen. So the third thing that I learned in business that made me explode my income was to realize just how much money there actually was out there. I grew up in a small farm town. I lived in California. I saw my parents lose everything. I thought you had to be lucky to be rich or have all the things. And then I grew up in a small farm town where like somebody who was rich like drove a BMW. That was rich where I was. And hopefully this wind isn't too loud for this video. But we will keep going regardless. Nature doesn't get in the way of living the life and pursuing the purpose that we're supposed to pursue. But I didn't realize how many rich people there were out there. You see, I was just in San Diego just a week ago, a few days ago. It's kind of wild because I came here to like the snowy mountains. It was like snowing just yesterday, 2 days ago. I was just by the beach, like in, 80-degree weather, wearing shorts every single day. It was beautiful. To this. But when I was out there, I went on a walk just by the beach. And what I did was I looked up the value of all of the houses I was walking by in this one little neighborhood. And every single house on the street, the minimum was $5 million. Some of them are 7 million, some of them are 10 million, a couple of them are 20 million, and even up to 40, 50 million dollars. I made a TikTok about this actually and recorded it as a video of like all the different houses I was walking by and just pulling them up on Zillow. And it was insane. The amount of money that's out there is crazy. This is in one little area in a part of San Diego, not even all of San Diego. Little like 1 minute walk, I'd see $100 million. The statistic is every single day, $500 million is printed in the US Treasury, let alone the rest of the world. Money created out of thin air. Money that didn't exist before. So for you to make $10,000, like what's that? What's making $30,000 a month? What's making $100,000 a month? $1 million a month? There are so many people that are able to do that. Is it a small percentage? Is it a percentage of a percentage? It is. It's still a lot of people. The statistic of people that are making $30,000 a month in the United States is about 5% of America's working class. And the working class statistic in America right now is there is about 100 million people that is considered America's working class. And so if you do that math, 5% of 100 million is 5 million people. So that's the entire Los Angeles metropolitan area worth of people that are making $30,000 a month. 5 million people. That's like you want to get a six-pack and looking at the statistic of how many people have a six-pack, and let's say it's like 5% of men have a six-pack, and thinking to yourself, yeah, only 5% of men have a six-pack. That means it's like you're lucky to get a six-pack. No, that means that probably 5% of men actually pursue getting a six-pack, and the 5% of men that have a six-pack are probably the ones that pursued actually having a six-pack. Because if you can't get a six-pack, that means you're just not working out. I don't know a single person that like hasn't tried working out that isn't getting some sort of abs or some sort of six-pack. It's the same with making $30,000 a month. The amount of people that are actually trying to make $30K a month is probably less than 10%. It's not that many people that are actually pursuing it. You see, most people are doing the things that can't even get them there. Working a 9-to-5 job, you're not gonna get to $30K a month. You're gonna be capped. You can't work, let's say you're getting paid $5,000 a month right now, $8,000 a month, let's say. Let's get a little spicy. You know, you're almost at like, what is that? Like $100,000 a year salary. You're working, let's say 40 hours a week at this job, 8 hours a day. What are you gonna do? Double your hours? Now you're making $16,000 a month. You're working 2 jobs, 80 hours a week. What are you gonna do? Triple your work? That's $24,000 a month, working 120 hours a week. First of all, is that even sustainable? Second of all, is that even possible? Third of all, it's still not even $30,000 a month. And so if you want to make $30,000 a month, you have to work differently. It's not about working harder. It's not about putting in more hours. It's about having opportunity vehicles that can even get you to $30K a month in the first place. You see, the amount of people that are actually pursuing $30K a month is probably less than 10% of Americans. And again, like I said, 5% of American working class are making $30K a month. So if you actually want to get to where you're making money, you have to realize, first of all, there's a lot of people doing it. 5 million people. You're telling me you can't be one of those 5 million people? That's crazy. You're telling me, oh yeah, I grew up in an unfortunate area, like I grew up in this certain neighborhood. No, it's all garbage. It's just, in reality, me as somebody that's, you know, coached hundreds of people and helped a lot of people get low-key rich, I'm going to tell you that's every reason why you should get rich, because of the disadvantages that you have. I feel like it's harder to get rich if you're already making $15,000 a month. You have no reason to make $30K. Your life's pretty comfortable. You have to change up what you're doing. But if you have all the disadvantages, you're ADHD, dyslexic, you have whatever, Asperger's, whatever they call all of that stuff, that is every reason why you can become successful, if you want to, ultimately, at the end of the day. So, at the end of the day, principle number 3 is that becoming successful is a choice, and there's a lot of abundance that's out there. So, number 4 is your environment controls everything. It controls everything. If you're surrounded by a bunch of people that smoke weed all day, that work a 9-to-5 job, getting paid $5,000 a month, and they just go live in the middle of nowhere, you're going to be the same exact person. You're not going to, you're taking 2 weeks of paid time off a year, you're going to be just like them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're fat, they're lazy, they smoke weed, you're probably going to be the same. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And so if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, you have to be okay with isolation. You have to be okay with being by yourself. You have to be okay with doing everything on your own for a period of time. You know, they say it's lonely at the top. I think that's the most bullshit. I have the more friends now that I'm making more money than ever before. They're all other rich people. You see, once you're making $100,000 a month, or at least $30,000 a month, you're gonna meet a lot of people along the way. And it's not until that you start to meet these people that you realize just how much opportunity is out there. But it's not until you isolate yourself from everybody else, unfollow your friends, stop hanging out with these people that smoke weed all day, go lock the fuck in and go do something. And so your environment is everything. You can't work against a bad environment. If you have a bunch of business owner friends, you're talking about business. You're talking about how you made an extra $30,000 last month. You're talking about this strategy that you did with your donut shop that made you a bunch of margins by using pink frosting instead of yellow frosting. When you're hanging out with your broke friends, you're talking about how you got freaking diamond plated guns on freaking Call of Duty, and how, you know, the weed that you smoked was like way more fire or something. Your choice at the end of the day. Which life do you want to live? So, number 4, again, your environment controls everything. So if you have a shitty environment, good luck trying to work against that. Try to make it so it's easy. And if you have to, isolate yourself. Make it so all you can remind yourself is of success. Go print out a bunch of pictures of a lot of successful people. Put it on your walls everywhere. Every time you walk into that room, you're going to be reminded of success. You're going to be reminded of how successful that you can become. Okay. So number 5, this is, I think, the biggest one inside of this video, which is don't be original. Shark Tank, I don't know, some of these, like, just online Shark Tank, these shows make everybody think you have to be original, you have to do something new, you have to be creative, you have to get investors, you have to do something big. To make $10,000 to $30,000 a month, you don't have to do anything special. You could be the most unoriginal piece of shit online and make $10,000 to $30,000 a month. And it's better that way because you are not creative in the sense of, if you've never made $30,000 a month, don't try to pretend like you know how to make 30 grand a month. Just follow the blueprint that other people have. I have this saying inside of my coaching program where I help people build faceless YouTube channels, where they're like, hey Devin, like, what do you think I should do making this video? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So have you ever gotten a 1 million view video? 9 times out of 10. No, never made a single video, gotten 1 million views. Okay, cool. So then do you know how to make a 1 million view video? Like, the answer is likely no. Like, they have a general idea, but they don't know. Okay, cool. Well, if you follow if you copy someone else's 1 million view video, do you think you'll understand how to make a 1 million view video? Yes, they will. And so when you're getting started, you're not going to do this forever. This isn't your whole business model for like the end of time. But at the beginning, just remix what's already working. Just remake it. Then you'll learn about what music they use, how often, what they say in the hook, what they talk about in the video, what they show in the video, how they edit it, the pacing of it. Everything that makes this video so unique and so special, you're going to understand it because you remade it. It's like a UFO landed on your backyard. If you take it apart and put it back together, you'll probably know how to build your own UFO without this UFO here. You'll have the understanding and the knowledge and the insight on how to do it. So don't be original. I see too many people trying to make $10,000 to $30,000 a month that have never done it before, trying to be original. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your history is. I don't care if you're some guru genius something. Follow proven formulas, copy what's already working, deconstruct it, remake it, and then you can start to get a little bit original now that you've made your own version of it, now that you understand how it works. So that same principle applies to $100,000 a month. It applies to $1 million a month. Me right now, I'm studying people that are making $1 million a month, and I'm just following the process that they're doing. I am being unoriginal, doing what they're doing. Why? Because I don't know how to do it. And I figure it out by following their formula of success. And so that's what I got for this video. I'm out here, beautiful view behind me. And what I will tell you is that these are the things that I learned over the last 2 years that completely changed my life, that made it so I could finally succeed in business, to help me make millions of dollars in my 20s, and so that you can too. So I'm Devin Knupp. Make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.